We got Bumi back. He is home, safe and sound. Here is a brief video synopsis of our return.
It's recording.
So after a very long day of looking for Bumi, social media sharing around the world and putting up around 100 posters in Plano, we found him. This is Devi. He picked up the dog last night and has been watching him and returned it, and he's going to get that $2,000 very, very soon. Anything you want to say about the dog's behavior?
This is a great dog. He's just super
I'm
nice,
glad.
sweet.
Hey guys, Drifter here. This is Devi. He is the guy who found Bumi Bandius last night. And as promised, here is $2,000 in cash, all for you. Thank you so much for finding my dog and for taking care of him.
No problem.
I made sure to tag his Twitter and Instagram so you can check him out. And as a token of my gratitude, that is not the only thing he's getting today. There's a pair of brand new Astro A50s for PlayStation. And I don't know what your current controller situation is like, but this is a brand new scuff, just for you. This is all for you, man. I just want to say thank you for taking care of my dog. And how was he? How was Bumi behaved? Oh, no worries.
He's a very well dog. He likes to cuddle a lot, like just getting rugs. He's playful. He played with my cats a lot, which was shocking to me, to be honest.
He played with the cats?
Yeah, because we took him to my girlfriend's friend's house, and she had huskies, and they did not get along. Mm-hmm. But with him, I guess they just seen him as like a big cat.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a big cat. He's
Yeah.
a good dog. And thank you again for taking care of my animal. And everybody, please be sure to give him a follow. You lazy dog?
Made it like
You
500 feet again.
You have a good time? Bumi, can you tell me who let you out? Bumi. Bumi, who stole you? And I think it's fair that I owe you guys an explanation as to what in the world is going on here in Texas. So I'll try to tell the story as completely as possible. Last Wednesday, so like 5 nights ago roughly, there was a storm that blew through the area. It was a moderately bad storm. And when we got up in the morning, the gate was open, Bumi was gone. Okay, so we posted around looking for him, and somebody posted on the Nextdoor app, and they had the dog, and we picked him up the next day, no problems. And we assumed, a storm just came and blew the gate open, and, that had never happened before, and I thought the gate was pretty secure, so didn't really think about it, whatever. Well, 2 days ago, we woke up in the morning, and I started making breakfast for the dogs, and Bumi didn't come. And I'm like, well, he's deaf. Sometimes he doesn't really hear, no matter how loud the noises I make are, so I'll go out and find him. I go in the backyard. Bumi's gone. Gone upstairs, just completely gone. So I go looking around the yard, and I notice that the gate is slightly ajar, as if somebody didn't quite close it all the way. It's one of those older ones, so you gotta add a little force before it snaps on real hard. And we also piled up bricks on both sides of the gate so the dog can't dig under or around anything very easily. And the bricks were moved out of the way, and one of them had been apparently kicked. It looked like somebody had stumbled over it and rolled a few feet into the yard, as if somebody opened the gate and walked in, and Bumi was gone. This really scared me, and it made me think that the previous open gate was perhaps not an accident. And at this point, you're definitely telling me I could have faked this for views, and that I'm an irresponsible dog owner, and that all of this for a crappy gate, yada yada. But I didn't post this on social media right away. I was really kind of worried that somebody stole the dog, so I sat around yesterday doing my normal work. I even streamed, kind of pretending that this didn't happen, and was kind of waiting for somebody to post on Nextdoor or offer a ransom or something like that, but it never came. So this morning I called the police, and the police came, and they looked at the yard, and they checked the gate, and I left the bricks in place. I didn't move them, and I told them about, what I do on YouTube and the animal and whatever. And the police agreed that it looked like a theft, and they opened an active police report, and I had a long conversation with the officer about swatting as well. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting on Monday with I forget the rank of the person, some person at the department to try and set up a swatting policy, because they don't have a Plano-wide swatting policy, but they've heard of it, they just don't know what to do about it. So hopefully I don't get swatted. And my suspicion was then, and was a little different now, that somebody stole Bumi. I thought that somebody came into my yard, opened the gate, and just took the dog. Somebody that knew who I was, somebody that watched this channel, somebody that maybe saw me and my wife walking around in the neighborhood and just recognized us and followed us home, something kind of like that. And now that I've got the dog back, my assumption is still that somebody did this. I honestly do not believe that my gate opened on its own twice. Once in the storm, okay, that can happen, right? But on its own, on a perfectly clear day with all the bricks moved out of the way and one of them kicked further into the yard, not happening. Bumi's a very small dog. He's got slightly paralyzed front legs, so he really can't even run, much less move heavy objects. And there's no sign of him digging or rolling or doing anything. He just vanished. So to the best of my ability to tell, somebody just came by and let my dogs out, probably twice. And I thought that, I made the little video about getting him back, and the first time he got away, the person that found the dog was the same person whose dog that we saved like a month earlier. So it was like this nice karmatic thing, and I posted it on Twitter and I was really happy about it. And my assumption now is one of two things. Number one, that there's just some shithead kid, skid mark teenager going around the neighborhood, letting animals out, screwing with people, walking into yards to see what there is to steal, and dogs get out sometimes. That can happen. That's kind of a petty crime thing. And I live in a pretty nice neighborhood, so petty crime is more common. So maybe somebody's going around the neighborhood screwing with my dogs. The other thing is that maybe somebody does know where I live now, and I'm being targeted, and their idea of screwing with me is to just open the gate and let the dogs out. And they were pissed off when I got mine back so quickly and was able to monetize it at that. So that's where I'm at. I am significantly upgrading my home security system. We're talking fancy new night vision, infrared, motion sensing, constantly recording, local and cloud freaking cameras. We're getting a bigger fence. We're getting higher caliber firearms. We're getting a better alarm system. We're getting a bigger bolt on the door. We're talking to the police department for swatting and patrolling, and I'm significantly increasing the home security here as a response to this, because I'm afraid that messing with the dog is just step one, and that step 2 or 3 is going to escalate to home invasion or swatting. So that's what I'm dealing with. And I know a lot of people have said that I faked it, and this is for views and for subs and that whatever, but that's not the... I wish that was the case, because I paid $2,000 today. I gave that dude $2,000, and I guarantee you either this video or the video you saw below me or the couple of videos I put on Twitter did not make $2,000 on those monetizations. They didn't. And I left the monetization on all of this because Twitter promotes monetized videos more, sometimes broadly to millions of people, which is one of my most important business models at the moment. And the YouTube algorithm promotes monetized videos more than unmonetized ones, regardless of what the YouTube creator's account will tell you. And I figured to reach the broadest amount of people, it'd be smartest to leave the monetization on. And in no uncertain terms, $2,000 is a big expensive prize, and if I make a little bit back on all of this, it's less of a loss on my end. So I didn't fake it. I wish I'd faked it. I'd be significantly richer, about $2,000 richer right now if I had faked losing the dog. And I wouldn't fake this for views. I don't believe in faking things, just generally. So there's that. And there were quite a few conspiracy theories about the guy that found the dog being the person that stole him. And there's going to be a new business model of kidnapping YouTubers' pets and holding them for ransom or waiting for a reward, and you just kind of call in. But after talking to the person that you saw in the video earlier today and about where he found the dog and what he did, and apparently my wife had actually met him once or twice before, once in Target where he worked, and once the other day the dog got out, she drove around looking for him and saw him walking by with his girlfriend there. So all impressions indicate that the man did not steal my dog and wait for a reward. If he did, he waited one day of doing nothing, no contacting me, no public posts, no letter at the door. I sat here on my butt and did nothing for a day waiting for a ransom for the dog. So that didn't happen. So Devi didn't do anything. I didn't fake the damn thing. And I really don't know exactly what's going on. I think somebody's coming around and screwing with me by letting my dogs out for whatever reason, and that's where I'm at today. But I'm glad that Bumi's back, and I am going to try my best to just get back on the regular old content train, to stream and to make the videos that I was planning to make anyway, and hopefully get some good entertaining stuff for you guys. And I guess if you enjoyed this positive update video, you could subscribe, but it'd be a little weird to subscribe for this and not the other cool content that I'm trying to make, but that's okay, no worries. I'll see you guys next time. Drifter out.